Dreaming about teaming up with a superhero? Heartbroken about the latest comic death? Do you find your conversations always turning to Marvel? Then welcome Marvelites to your therapy session. Join your hosts as we explore the realms of the Marvel Universe, taking you into new insights, movie reviews, and debates. Here, we won't try to cure any obsessions, but fuel them, because the world is better nerdy. Welcome to your Marvel Therapy Group.
Hey, true believers, and welcome to another episode of Marvel Therapy Group. On this week's episode, we're talking about possible actors in the MCU with superfan listener Josh Karam.
Hey. And I'm also here.
Oh, right, I'm Joe.
And I'm Jack, and welcome to Marvel Therapy Group.
This is a full 3J podcast. That's pretty
Oh
awesome.
my god.
Yeah.
I don't think this has ever happened.
I don't know if I could live up to Connor, but I think the fact that all three of us have J in our name is a pretty good...
It's a good sign.
Yeah.
It's a good sign.
What must it mean that Iron Man's gonna die in Endgame? That's what it means.
I don't know, there could be like a secret bonus feature from Infinity War where they're like, hey, he might have.
We're gonna be in the post-credit scene of Endgame. Right? We're gonna be doing we are Marvel Therapy Group. We're gonna help everyone watching Endgame get through it in the post-credit scene.
I'm gonna need
The
something.
movie ends, then it's just like 2 hours of us talking. It's like, okay, we're all still here.
That gives us 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Alright, so in this episode, I thought it'd be kind of fun I came across this list, surfing the web a couple days ago, and I thought this could be fun for an episode, was to talk about actors who were almost cast in the MCU. So, Josh, you are, it's fair to say, an actor. Is that correct?
Well, I hope 4 years of school proves that. Yes, I'd like to say that I am indeed a actor. But with like an R-E instead, so it's like theater, like actor.
Oh, yeah. Fancy kind.
Yeah, I try. What actor question do you have for me? Or am I relating to an actor in this case?
Oh, God.
If you could play any character in the MCU, who would it be?
Any character?
Yeah. Not just the ones in existence, but any character.
Is Leatherman in the MCU or is that a DC?
Oh,
character?
the guy from Arrow?
No.
that
Oh,
was
wait, maybe that is
Ragnar.
from Arrow. Never mind. It's gotta be, you know what I'd love to do? I'd really love to play, the guy who, takes care of Magneto.
Yes!
In the prisons, you know what I mean? Like, the guy who, brings him his food. Because it means I get closer to Michael Fassbender or Ian McKellen. And I think that alone is, an actor's dream. So I just want to... I'll have my lines all rehearsed if you're listening, Ian McKellen or Michael Fassbender.
They definitely are.
I know. I knew they were. Yeah.
I could see you pulling off, a really, weird, alien in, a Guardians of the
that'd be
Galaxy
fun,
movie.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, wait,
Guardians is my favorite. As you can see, I did a reveal here to see.
Yeah, he's showing us that he's wearing a Guardians of the Galaxy t-shirt.
We do have listeners in the UK. It could be Ian McKellen.
Oh, you're so right.
We're not saying it is Ian McKellen. We're also not saying it's not Ian McKellen.
Mr. Ian McKellen, you have to read these lines. Hang on. I'm listening to my podcast.
Yeah.
I'm listening to my podcast that I listen to every Monday.
No, but in reality, I'd probably want to be the Spider-Man that's Shakespearean. So Spider-Man, 1632. I can't remember what year it is.
That's cool.
So I just have that frilly collar around and I just recite Shakespeare all the time. That'd be the dream.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Alright, so let's get into this list. So, we got some... we're all really big fans of the actors who did play these characters, but this is just kind of a fun what-if scenario. So the first one we have, which is kind of well known at this point, but is still an interesting what-if, is Tom Cruise as Iron Man.
I still love that one. That's probably my favorite.
This was 2008 Tom Cruise. This is when he was still, a pretty big... He's still a big deal now.
He's still-
but this
yeah.
when he was, relatively sane.
We're talking 3 Mission Impossible ins rather than 6 Mission Impossible ins. Tom Cruise.
This was before Tom Cruise went on his mission to commit suicide just by filming the most insane stunt
Oh
possible.
my god.
That's what the Mission Impossible movies are, just escalating attempts of Tom Cruise to kill himself.
Imagine what Iron Man 3 could have been, man. It could have been Iron Man just strapped to the side of a plane for some reason.
We're kidding, Tom Cruise. Take care of yourself, man.
I love you, man.
Yeah,
I kind of feel if it was Tom Cruise, Iron Man would have gone the way of, the recent Mummy movie. He was in that, right? Yeah. It would have flopped.
I could feel that, definitely.
My thing is if it was Tom Cruise, is it would just completely change the way they've cast the MCU.
Definitely.
Because if they had started that, they would have been like, well, we got to get a big name for every character now. You know, we got to get a big name, like, celebrity for every actor.
Exactly. Leo DiCaprio would play every other Marvel movie.
Yeah. It'd be like one of those, like, weird 90s movies. It's like, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Leonardo DiCaprio.
They basically just take the Back to the Future 2 credit scene where it's all Michael J. Fox, except it's Leonardo DiCaprio for Infinity War.
But I mean, it's like that kind of started the trend of the MCU casting people kind of right before they, like, this kind of giving them their big break. Like, actors who are really talented but just need that big break.
Definitely. We would have just gotten no Chris Pratt even, possibly. Just like all these stars we never see.
It's a world without Chris Pratt as Star-Lord. Alright, so the next one they have is... This isn't for the MCU, this was back when he was trying to get this movie off the ground in the 90s. Wesley Snipes as Black Panther.
See, so that was... I took a peek at the list before, and I was just curious if it was like Wesley Snipes like only a couple of years ago, because it was like, were they going to film it all in the prison cell, or how was that movie going to work? They just had a green screen around his cell block.
I mean, for Wakanda, it would have worked.
That's a good point.
It's all visual effects.
Really small Wakanda.
Yeah.
Everyone in Wakanda lives in little small cages. Like cage-like houses.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been... Honestly, the budget wouldn't have been as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone could beat Chadwick Boseman. Sorry. Wesley Snipes.
I don't know if it would have worked back... Was this before he was Blade or after?
I think this was after he was Blade.
So I don't know if it would have worked that well, because even though it wasn't a cinematic universe, it's still two Marvel superheroes. I don't know if that would translate well.
Interesting.
Whereas Wesley Snipes as Blade and then as Black Panther.
Was Wesley Snipes the main force driving, like, the Black Panther film, or somebody else?
He was the one who really wanted to make it.
So would it be like a dark, grungy kind of movie, Black Panther, then?
I feel like it definitely would have been darker.
Yeah. And they would have had Dominic Purcell in it somehow, because that's all I know about Blade. Yeah.
And then we never would have got the magic that is Mick Rory on
Mick
Legends
Rory
of
on
Tomorrow.
Legends.
Masterful performance.
I'm not going to hijack this and make this a Legends podcast. So I'm going to
hold
be
totally fine doing that.
It's so much
I'll
good
just
stuff
say,
to say.
his arc is amazing in Legends, as is the arc of watching an actor who just could give less of a crap about this show to actually legitimately loving it.
Oh my god, yeah. We're gonna talk so much about that later, I promise you, yeah.
Also, we've had so much social progression in the last 20 years that 2018 was a good time. Black Panther clearly did well.
Right, so the next one they got on this list was Jake Gyllenhaal.
Hey.
Back when he might have replaced the Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man.
Wow.
The Tobes.
The Tobester. At least Jake Gyllenhaal would cry less. That's a good thing. What's the age comparison between Jake Gyllenhaal and Tobey Maguire? Are they around the same age?
Tobey Maguire. Tobey Mac. No, that's
Tobey
not
Mac.
what I want.
He's a hip-hop artist.
Tobey Maguire. He looks like a cool guy. He wears like one of those like fedora hats. Tobey Maguire is 43.
Okay, he's 43. Okay.
And Jake Gyllenhaal is 38.
So he is younger than him.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
not radically, though.
What are we talking? Like, Spider-Man 3 came out in mid-2000s, right?
Now we look at Spider-Man 2.
The good one, yeah. That's my favorite one.
That was 2004.
Yeah, 2004. Okay, so like Jake Gyllenhaal, a little younger than Tom Maguire. I could see that. I was just making sure it went with the trend of each Spider-Man gets progressively younger.
Right.
But I think Jake Gyllenhaal's so talented, so I'm excited to see him in this new upcoming Spider-Man.
It worked
film.
out for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, it wouldn't have felt like a trilogy if it was a different guy playing Spider-Man.
Yeah, definitely. Would they have tried to make him Peter Parker?
Yeah.
Or would he have been a different...
No, I think they just would have pretended like nothing happened.
Oh, that's my favorite.
It would have been like the 22 Jump Street end credit.
Yeah. He just got new glasses.
Yeah, they're just wearing new glasses.
Or the classic, as all our favorite films, Inspector Gadget 2, where it's not Matthew Broderick. But they never address that it's not Matthew Broderick. Is he in the MCU yet?
Matthew Broderick.
As Inspector Gadget. I mean, or Matthew Broderick alone. It could be either
it's a
way.
big universe, so he could be.
Just say, I think Disney owns the property. So I'm just waiting for it. Disney, if you're listening.
It's not Captain Marvel that comes in and saves the day in Endgame. It's Inspector
Inspector
Gadget.
Dude, because he's got all the gadgets.
Yeah, instead of him being snapped away, it was just half of him.
Oh.
So half of his body had to be replaced by gadgets.
So it's also like an avenging arc. He's avenging the other half of his body. Yeah. Imagine like that like broken like Endgame like title screen, except it's to Inspector Gadget. You got this, Matthew Broderick. You keep trying.
That would be okay if Matthew Broderick showed up in the MCU.
He'd be cool. I'm wondering what he would do.
Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, no, he would. Yeah, that would work, I think.
How could I possibly work on a day where half the universe is destroyed?
Oh, Marvel, get on. Do they own Ferris Bueller somehow?
No,
That-
who does own
I don't
Ferris
think it's
Bueller?
a Disney property, but
Ferris Bueller.
Bueller.
We're doing way more, like just looking random stuff up than we normally do on this show.
If I'm causing too much of a tangent, we could get off John Hughes and go back to.
Oh, let's see. Who did release this movie? It was Paramount Pictures.
Okay.
No, they don't own it.
No, it's fine.
They could probably buy it.
Bueller
Probably.
could be like, I don't know, like some old guy who trains one of the superheroes. Like, you know, because he's not like too old. Like he's the perfect age where
Yeah.
he can still move around. Who knows?
Alright, so the next guy they got on this list is a Mr. David Duchovny as Bruce Banner / the Hulk.
I could see it.
And this was for Incredible Hulk.
So that before Ed Norton, this
Yeah,
was
yeah.
who they were gonna choose.
He was their second choice, I guess.
Huh.
I could see it.
I could see that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
I would have
so
liked that. I
confused.
think. Wait, who played it originally?
Edward Norton.
Who was a bigger name?
Edward Norton,
Well,
it's-
David Duchovny had the X-Files.
Yeah.
Oh, this was 2000. Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was after he had done the X-Files.
Yes.
Yeah,
Fight Club. What did Ed Norton do after Fight Club? I'm gonna sound really unknowing not doing this. I'm just curious, like, because I thought like Ed Norton kind of had to die for a little while before he.
Didn't he do one really big movie where he was like a Nazi? Let's see. We'll start in 2002.
Yeah, again, I feel like if David Duchovny was
Yeah,
Incredible
Fight
Hulk,
Club. Then nothing really major. I
that
think
movie
he
would
did-
have been much bigger than it was.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know the reason why he didn't do Avengers. Salary.
Makes sense. Whatever. He does. Now he's just in. Oh God, why can't I think of the guy's name? The Wes Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's just buddies with Wes Anderson.
Exactly. Yeah, he's got Grand Budapest. That's something.
All right. So the next one they have is actually one that was probably like the one I was most bummed about was Emily Blunt as Black Widow and Agent Carter. Damn, they really wanted Emily Blunt.
I just still can't get over the story of what she was doing and why she couldn't play the bit. It's so sad.
That's the biggest. So, Joe, Emily Blunt, according to this article, I want to just take a guess. She couldn't do either Captain America or Agent Carter because she was busy filming Avengers or Captain America: The First Avenger because she was busy filming another movie. Would you like to take a guess as to what masterpiece of cinema Emily Blunt was busy filming at the time?
Gulliver's Travels.
Nailed it.
The greatest! Does Avengers have a song break with Jack Black in it? I don't think so. Thank you, Gulliver's Travel.
She would have been cool. Like, she looks like a Black Widow in that picture.
She's tough. I like her.
Did you see, oh God, what can't I think of? Not Mary Poppins, but A Quiet Place.
No, I haven't. But I have
Oh.
seen Mary Poppins, though. Are they the same?
That's how they stopped all the aliens, is Mary Poppins came. And
Oh, I was
like,
thinking,
stop.
like, Mary Poppins visits the house, and then, like, it's her keeping all the kids quiet, but a song is about to break each time, so they have to stop the song from coming.
That's the sequel.
Yeah. I desperately want to see her as Invisible Woman and
That'd be cool.
Krasinski as Mr. Incredible, because I
Yeah.
think that'd be, like, the cutest.
Well, speaking of
Couple
Krasinski, he's also...
Oh, he's on the list?
He also
Okay.
pops up on the list. The picture they took is Jim Halpert making his Jim Halpert face. But yeah, Krasinski also shows up as almost being Captain America.
Would Emily Blunt have been one of those names where she wasn't that big and then would have become big? being Black Widow?
I'd like to think
I'm gonna say Edge of Tomorrow was kind of her big break.
Really?
I think that was that. Not her big break, but that was her most like public role, I think.
Let's take a look here at Emily
Emily
Blunt's
Blunt's
history.
career, but career beginning.
Oh, she had Devil Wears Prada beforehand, though.
Oh yeah, Devil Wears Prada and Breakthrough. Then they do list Devil Wears Prada as her breakthrough.
Yeah.
Young Victorian. She looked like she did like serious pieces for a while.
Yeah, but then when do they mention Gulliver's Travels? There it is! There it is! Oh yeah, it says it right here. Jeff Farmer's first choice Black Widow and Iron Man 2, but due to scheduling conflicts with the role in the comedy Gulliver's Travels.
Even Wikipedia wants to know how pissed everybody is about that.
Is it?
Yeah, and then so it does. I think.
Oh, and then okay, so there's like the sci-fi.
Yeah, so I think that's when they get to like Edge of Tomorrow.
That makes sense.
That's being her big break. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah, that
Look
is
at
rough.
her.
No,
She deserves it.
She's amazing.
Yeah, and then we got John Krasinski, which for the longest time I just couldn't picture it. But I mean, he's bulked up like a lot.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch
year.
Jack Ryan. I've desperately wanted to see how
It's
he
good,
is.
actually.
It is good.
Yeah, well, it's like it would be like a standard show on any other network, but it was on Amazon, so you could tell they just gave it like a big enough budget that they at least make it like cool.
I like that. All
You could see it being a really like just subpar like procedural on like a network.
Yeah.
If they had like a TV budget, but they had the Amazon money, so they managed to do some really cool stuff.
I gotta. Hey, I finished season 2 of Good Place, so now I will move on to. Oh man, Jack, it got me so good, man.
Who's your favorite character?
Oh, I love Ted Danson as Michael.
He was my favorite for the longest time, but now it's Janet.
Oh, Janet is great. I love all of them. All right, I can't help myself.
I'm sorry, Joe. I know we keep now. And so far, this podcast has turned from Marvel into the Ferris Bueller, Legends of Tomorrow, Good Place, Gulliver's Travels.
I was about to say, you better say Gulliver's Travels. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it to Marvel. I'm gonna stop.
I would have liked it, but I mean, Chris Evans is just Chris Evans. He is Captain America, and I mean, I think even John Krasinski said like, yeah, when I didn't get the role, I was like, of course they gave it to him.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we got Liam Hemsworth as Thor.
Was he the original choice, or
with so many Hemsworth brothers acting, I probably shouldn't read this word for word because whoever wrote this list will get pissed about that probably.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, they wanted him instead of Chris.
That's interesting.
Would there even have been a difference, really?
I don't know. I feel as though Chris Hemsworth brings more of a gruff to Thor, which they threw out the window kind of in a way. I don't know. It just feels though Liam is too young, or was too young back then to be.
I would say, like, this really... they probably had no way of knowing this, but where they took the character and just how funny Chris Hemsworth is, like, they really lucked out. Like, his comedy is just so funny. He's just such a funny person.
Yeah, I haven't really watched Liam Hemsworth in anything too comedic before.
Was he the Hunger Games guy, or was that the other Hemsworth brother?
He's Hunger Games guy. I don't even know the name of the other Hemsworth brother. He was in the MCU, though.
Oh, yeah, isn't that from Ragnarok?
Exactly, because he plays
brothers?
Thor. Yeah, he plays the Thor actor. Which I thought funny, because it wasn't Liam. I was like, that looks like Chris Hemsworth, so it was the other Hemsworth.
That's like low-key the best moment of that movie.
Yeah, also, do you know who played Odin in the play in Ragnarok?
Yeah. Sam McNeil.
I thought that was so funny, because like, it was the 2 Jurassic Park actors they got for Thor Ragnarok.
And then just Matt Damon, because why not?
Why not, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so it looks like they really wanted Liam, but then Joss Whedon, who had worked with him in Cabin in the Woods before that, was like, no, you should cast this guy.
Interesting, okay.
It's good to know people, I guess.
Yeah, the connections you make.
Alright, so then we have an interesting one. Then we have Glenn Howerton as Star-Lord.
I adore It's Always Sunny so much, and Dennis is my favorite character. I just can't picture him bulking up for the role.
He's in pretty good shape.
Is he pretty good shape?
I think he's in pretty good shape.
I mean, he is the perfect human, but I mean...
He's like, I am a golden god! Yeah. I want to see who else, because I know like they were, like, everybody and their mother was considered for Star-Lord.
Oh, is that true?
I'm pretty sure it was a really long list. But yeah, I don't know, Glenn Howerton, like, would have got a... be interesting to see him not play a serial killer.
I was about to say, it seems as though Star-Lord would have become so, just psychopathic
scary,
in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, he really,
Does it say it here?
No, not on this page, but...
That could have taken the MCU in a whole different direction, away from the comedy and humor.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Glenn Howerton would just play humor in a different... I don't think it would fit James Gunn's idea of Star-Lord. Also, I don't know. I feel as though Chris Pratt, you gotta find the perfect person who would, be the person who would jam to all the music.
It just would have been different, I think. I think Star-Lord would have definitely been a lot more, confrontational.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, man. I'm just picturing it in my head now. I love it, but I don't know what to think of it.
I'm picturing Glenn Howerton as Dennis as Star-Lord.
As Star-Lord.
Alright, so let's see who else we had for almost Star-Lord. Zachary Levi, who's the guy who's playing Shazam.
Love him.
Could have worked.
He's a singer, too, so he would have maybe sang some of the music.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I don't know if it's wrong for me to say a little short. But just kind of how I feel.
Michael Rosenbaum.
Oh, wow.
It's the Lex Luthor from Smallville.
Okay, alright.
Don't know him, so I really can't say. And then,
That's fair.
Don't know this guy either. John Howard Gallagher Jr.
Oh, was he in Spring Awakening?
He was in 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, he was the third guy. So there was John Goodman, and then there was oh god, why can't I think of her name? I love her. She's one of my favorite actresses.
Also, I noticed
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Oh, cool. Wait, she's gonna be in something DC, right?
Yeah, Birds of Prey.
Yeah,
love her. Low key, one of my favorite actresses.
Yeah. All right, so no serial killer Star-Lord for
No,
us, I guess.
Well, the thing is, it's with the exception of Emily Blunt, I'm pretty happy with everybody. I mean, that's the one that I'm damn it.
Yeah, I want to know.
Effing Gulliver's Travels.
What the great... Maybe it was all a plan of the Marvel executives. They're we are going to incorporate Gulliver's Travels into the MCU. He has power over the Lilliputians. Lilliputians? Is that how you pronounce it?
Even know? They probably didn't even know.
I don't know.
I want to see what the Rotten Tomatoes score of this movie was.
It's probably 100.
It's higher than I thought. It's 20%.
I mean, I don't know how high that is. I mean,
it's substantially high enough that I was wow, I actually got 20%.
I know, it's got an average rating of 3.9 out of 10. All right, okay.
For Rotten Tomatoes, that's pretty good.
I know, yeah, that's it.
I was expecting 15. I'm surprised they cracked 20.
Exactly.
Alright, so then we have the one that's the biggest. Could have worked, but so that's Jason Momoa as Drax. Current Aquaman.
I could see it.
I could totally see it. I don't know how he would have played Drax.
Oh no, I could see being played the exact same way.
Oh, it's tough for me to say, because the only two Jason Momoa exposures I have is Aquaman and Khal Drogo.
Yeah.
So I can't take much off of Khal Drogo.
Combining the two of them
but
together.
Yeah, I mean, I feel as though it could work. Yeah, if you can. It's just Dave Bautista brought something so unexpected to it, and I don't know. Maybe Jason Momoa would have done the same thing. Dave Bautista's so unexpected.
He's physically imposing enough that it would have worked.
Yeah. I'm curious. Do you think he would have still had that long flowing hair?
It's probably in his contract that he's just not going to cut it.
So it'd be Drax with just long.
I mean, it worked out for him. He doesn't have to sit in a makeup chair for 5 hours every day, point. And his movie still made $1 billion.
Ooh, yeah. You're right. Well, hey, maybe. Who knows?
Then we have Olivia Wilde as Gamora.
I mean, it would have worked, but I'm pretty sure she was filming the great film Incredible Bird Wonderstone.
No, you can't pass that up.
You can't pass that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I have no opinion of that. I mean, I love Zoe Saldana, and I like how that does add a little diversity into the MCU, even if they do paint her green.
I think it's interesting because Zoe Saldana always gets those parts. She plays the alien creature part. That's her type, basically. You got Gamora, you have Avatar. That's what she
Star
rocks
Trek.
With. Yeah. I don't know. I would be curious to see Olivia Wilde as a Gamora type because I kind of see it from Tron, legacy, she has like that badass quality to her. I don't know. That's an interesting one. You think they'll make another Tron movie?
Then we have Jim Carrey as Rocket Raccoon.
It's alright, you can ignore it.
Sorry, I was already scrolling when
Oh,
you
it's
said
fine,
that.
it's fine. We're off Olivia Wilde now, it's okay.
You got Jim Carrey as Rocket Raccoon.
I love Jim Carrey.
I could see that too.
Completely.
It would have been yeah.
We would have had a lot more ad-libbed lines. It would've been
Yeah,
good.
definitely.
I think Rocket would have done a lot more voices.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. It wouldn't be just the straight Rocket Raccoon, as they say, the raccoon. Also, I mean, I'm in love with Bradley Cooper as well. I know I'm in love with a lot of actors that we've talked about today, but genuinely Jim Carrey and Bradley Cooper are great. I would prefer to see Jim Carrey as a person in the MCU rather than
The raccoon.
The raccoon, yes.
Rather than just a voice.
Yeah. Because I mean, Jim Carrey has so much facial expression.
He's a very physical comedian.
He could play, like, as we were talking before, some alien kind of creature. Like, I think he could do that perfectly. I don't know who. Maybe he'll be in Captain Marvel. Who knows?
He could.
It's one of the Kree.
Yeah.
I mean, over on Rocket, I just want to say David Tennant was also considered for
Is
the
that
part.
true?
Yeah, well, because Rocket's apparently British in the comics.
No way.
Yeah, David Tennant. I mean, I'm in love with David Tennant.
Oh, yeah, I know you're in love with David Tennant.
Yeah, like, you know, David Tennant asked me to go to hell and back with him. I'd be like,
I'd
all
be
right,
like, all right, David Tennant. Yeah.
let's start by doing some Doctor Who episodes, and then, you know, once we get a little closer to hell, we'll switch to just reciting Jessica Jones season 1.
Exactly, yeah. And then a little bit of Marty Crouch Jr. I'd personally like to throw that in.
Yeah. Well, I'll bring the book, and he can read all the Barty Crouch Jr. page, because all the
That's
scenes they
it,
cut
yeah.
from the movie. They'll just be like, they were idiots.
Yeah, I know. Oh, man. David Tennant, I don't know how the hell he does it, but he has some way of, no matter how big of a part he is in a movie, I always remember him. Like, his performance is always so memorable, because he knows how to make the most slight gestures as an actor where you're like, oh, he did that in that film. It's so good.
Low key, not even low key anymore. Just one of the best working actors.
High key.
From my non-biased opinion.
Of course, yes.
He would be my boyfriend. Then we have, I don't know who this person
Saoirse
is.
Ronan?
Yeah, but first.
Lady Bird, yeah. Do you think that she would keep her dialect and they'd kind of, well, no, maybe, I don't know about her dialect work, because I'm curious, because she has an Irish dialect. I'm curious if she would keep it for Scarlet Witch, and but they'd probably want to have her do an accent. I don't know.
They might just tweak it a little bit.
Yeah. I'm very intrigued by that. I don't know. I'm very on the fence about that, because I think Elizabeth Olsen does a good job. I've never really heard of anybody yet that I think would be like a better version of Scarlet Witch. I guess that's one character that I'm never like, what if Scarlet Witch was somebody else?
They've never given her like a really big, oh wow, this is why Scarlet Witch is cool.
Exactly.
Well, like, not that, I mean, they've shown her doing cool stuff, but it's
exactly.
like
She's pretty dope.
They've never given her like, oh, this is why this character. Oh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's showing up again on this list.
The Gordon-Levitt?
The Gordon-Levitt, not a Gordon-Levitt. As Ant-Man. No.
Nah, sorry.
It's Paul Rudd.
Sorry, man.
It's Paul
sorry.
Rudd's part.
Hey, you tried twice, man, and we give you credit there, but Paul Rudd is just so perfect.
You can't. Paul Rudd is just like a national treasure.
Yeah.
You would be
So
a fool
true.
not to get Paul Rudd in your franchise.
Also, I think I'll never forget, because like I knew Ant-Man before the movie came out based on the comics. And I was always like, God, Ant-Man is so goddamn stupid. Like, I always hated Ant-Man. But then Paul Rudd brought such comedic beauty to the character that Ant-Man, like, instantly became one of my favorites. Like, it was the perfect actor to kind of make a joke out of, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you don't see him as a superhero. You're never like, oh, Paul Rudd. Yeah, the guy from 40-Year-Old Version. He's a superhero.
And it also helps to have Michael Douglas as like the original Ant-Man.
That's a
so
good
it's like
point.
When you read that character, you're like, he's dumb, but he's being played by Michael
Douglas, yeah. You love him too much. It's the Gene Kelly effect. That was a bad reference. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm going to keep my 1940s music theater humor out of this. Sorry, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Right, and then we got Joaquin Phoenix as Doctor Strange. I mean, sure.
What I mean, I like Benedict Cumberbatch.
He was such an obvious choice, too. That's my one thing with him.
It's his sophistication, I think, that gives him that Doctor Strange vibe.
I feel like Joaquin would have done something cool and unexpected.
He's a great actor. Like, he could... Let him play everything, for all I care. Hey, DC, you want to fix your movies? Just have Joaquin Phoenix play everything. Like, who's playing the new Batman? Have Joaquin Phoenix do it. So it's like where is Joker? And like,
but
he
he's
has to
doing
run
his
over.
weird, random Joker movie right now.
Exactly. But then he just plays Batman as well later. It'll be great.
That movie is the most interesting project being developed to me right now.
So, you want to know what makes me really interested about it?
What?
Is that Robert De Niro is in it?
Yeah.
I don't know what to think about that. I'm just like, oh, okay. I love Robert De Niro. Marvel should have snagged him first.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see De Niro in the Marvels.
What about you, Joe? I mean, I know Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is one of your favorite movies, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the MCU? What do you think about that?
I have no idea who that is. I haven't had any idea who the past, 10 people are.
If there was someone who... Because I remember, hearing rumor that I think Pedro Pascal could have been Doctor Strange. I don't know if that's true.
That would have been interesting.
One of my Shakespeare directors told me about that, so it could be an absolute lie. But I don't know. I just feel as though you need to have that original title of being, oh my god, it's Benedict Cumberbatch to play the role of Doctor Strange. Because everybody's like, holy shit, I used my one. I used my one swear, by the way.
Use your one.
I'm out.
Mark him.
There should be a list somewhere. I think Doctor Strange worked so well because of the name to boost it off. I don't think it would have worked as well with Joaquin Phoenix. Even though he's a great actor, I think you needed someone like Benedict Cumberbatch to do
It's a very abstract concept, and even after they introduced the Guardians of the Galaxy, which went really well, yeah, Doctor Strange would have been hard to introduce.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's such a... Oh, man, I love Doctor Strange, too. That is one of my favorites. I have a ranking system where, I love movies... And then movies that remind me of The Matrix I really love. And that's like Doctor Strange and Inception for me. So those rank up pretty high for me. So yeah, I love Doctor Strange.
I'm curious, Josh, now we ran out of the list. Who's an actor you would want to put in the MCU? Just pick him up and drop him right in there.
Drop him right in there? I mean, besides myself.
You could be like that. The thing
because I'm a selfish actor.
Do the thing you do with Google Maps. You pick up the little guy,
drag
him
him
over.
Okay. All right, let me just search quickly here on my imaginary computer. Someone I absolutely adore, John Hamm.
Cool.
I think it would need to be, though, because I'd love to see him in some kind of superhero or supervillain role. It'd need to be a little darker for me, I think. And that's why I'm, thinking, he'd be, I don't know, in, as, a Two-Face in, DC. But I'd really love Marvel to find a way to bring that, edgy side of him into some, Marvel villain. I don't know what it would be, but... John Hamm is definitely one of my, oh my god, yes. And Charlie Cox would be another, but he's already Daredevil, and I love him. He could just do anything. I have his autograph on my wall, so, I'm...
when they make another Daredevil movie, I'm not going to see it, because you had gold, and you went and threw it away.
What if it's Ben Affleck again? They just go back. I need to watch that movie, by the way. I've never seen Ben
Yeah, me
Affleck.
neither.
Can we do a watch of that?
Yeah, sure.
It's a good one.
That would entertain me quite a bit, I think.
I like those movies, the Daredevil and Elektra ones.
Yeah. I gotta check it out. I've never... Because I think there's just so many of those, because I've never seen Blade, I've never seen Daredevil or Elektra. I've seen Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they could do something... I was praying this would happen in Infinity War, but it never did, where Chris Evans got to play against himself as the Human Torch.
Oh.
I just really wanted that to happen. So.
If they bring in multiple dimensions, it could definitely happen.
Because maybe that's why he's giving up Captain America. He's like, I want to pick up the Human Torch again. I heard rumor that Zac Efron might be the Human Torch.
I could see that.
Coming up. How do you feel about that?
I could totally see it. I mean, my thing with the Human Torch, or I don't know who I'd pick for the Human Torch. My thing is, for a while, has been Daniel Craig as the Thing.
Oh, okay. I totally see that.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
It's like a skin complexion thing. It's weird. It's like...
I don't see that. I think I can only picture the original guy.
Yeah, what's his name again? He was
I
on The
have no
Shield. I can't remember. But yeah, I always joke, did they just pick him because he was bald and, he could fit into the suit or something? Because it seemed to be, because he plays, this grungy cop, and that's what he's famous for. And everybody's like, yeah, he probably fits in the suit.
Or Bruce Willis.
Okay.
Only because he also looks like that original actor.
Yeah, exactly.
Bruce Willis stopped giving a crap about acting like 10 years ago.
No, but
though.
he's a superhero again.
Yeah.
He's
Glass.
Unbreakable, which I need to watch at some point.
I was gonna watch it, and then I heard it wasn't good. And I don't
Glass
know.
or Unbreakable?
No, Unbreakable I've heard is good. Split I've heard is good. I heard Glass isn't good.
I see. Okay.
No, that's only the critics. The audiences have loved it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Critics
I
hate
can see
it.
that.
Which means that it's a good movie.
As you know, I lost faith in M. Night Shyamalan when Last Airbender came out. And I know it's been so many years,
Some wounds
and I
never
should get
heal.
over him, but that wound was really deep. Young Josh was very hurt in the
I never
theaters.
saw that
Yeah.
movie.
Some
I didn't know that
wounds
was
It's
never
him.
good
heal.
that you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know that was him.
It
Wow.
made me so sad.
That's a
afterward.
scar.
Yeah, it was a bad scar. But hey, Dragon Prince is out. They're making another live-action Avatar, and I'm going to stop talking about things that aren't Marvel. I'm out.
And Avatar to what this podcast has become.
Yeah, exactly.
Do we want to go, you and I, Jack, one more person we'd like to see in the MCU?
Sure. You wanna?
Okay. Actually, can we go 2 people?
Yeah,
So,
dude,
yeah, no, tell me what you think
yeah.
about this, if you know these people. But let's get some community actors. Joel McHale and Alison Brie as Mr. Fantastic and Sue Storm.
I'd be fine with both of them in the MCU.
Just
my
not
my heart is set on John Krasinski and Emily Blunt.
I will say though, personally for me, I think Alison Brie is such like charm that she could definitely pull off a part like that.
Yeah.
Because she is so charismatic and she's charming. Like even like when she's Unikitty in Lego Movie, like she's so like bubbly and cute. I don't know if this is crazy, but I'd love to see her as like maybe I'm wrong, like a Gwenpool or like a Spider Gwen.
Huh.
Like someone a little quirky, because I think she'd play that perfect. She needs to fit in somewhere.
Yeah.
She's too good. Like she's rising to fame. Like she's,
Yeah.
After Glow came out, she just keeps going up. Lego Movie's always in my heart, but yeah, I agree with Alison Brie. I feel she needs her time.
I can't think of anybody off the top of my head, so I'll just say 2 I said before: Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
My boys.
Yeah. You know what'd be weird? Can I throw one more in? Is this okay?
Yeah.
I want like there to be Hugh Grant's involvement in the MCU somehow. I know this is a stretch, but there's got to be like an X-Men, some business person they haven't touched upon yet that he could play. I don't know what it would be. I just would love that. So.
There are definitely X-Men they haven't touched on yet.
Yeah, because I don't know, old British Hugh Grant. I love that man. He's so great. He's Hugh Grant. He lost his chance in Harry Potter. They got to give him a chance in Marvel.
Who were they gonna? Was he supposed to be?
He was supposed to be
Lockhart?
Gilderoy. Yeah.
I
Even though
can see
Kenneth
that.
Branagh did a brilliant job.
That was a good casting.
Yeah, no, Hugh Grant. I love that man.
So, from all of us here at the Marvel Therapy, Legends of Tomorrow, Gulliver's Travels, Ferris Bueller,
Inspector Gadget.
Gene Kelly podcast. Thank you for listening, and please join us again next week.
Have a swell day.
If you like our podcast, share it in a post with the hashtag Marvel Therapy Group.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's Marvel Therapy Group, where together we can work through our comic thoughts and learn to live beside them. Views expressed are of the host only and do not reflect Marvel Studios or comics in any way. Hosts are in no way qualified to provide therapy. This is simply the name of the podcast. This has been another Marvel Therapy Group session.